These messages literally perpetuate the problem that our society faces with dating, relationships, and loneliness. If we are telling other people to isolate and to not be in relationship and to protect our hearts from being vulnerable, from putting ourselves out there, if we're trying to create conditions that are the most optimal ways to live, where we never get hurt, we never face rejection, we are literally never going to grow, build resilience, and build the skill sets to regulate our own emotions. And that is literally what life is about. It's learning how to regulate your emotions, because 99% of things in life we cannot control for and we cannot predict. So what you've got to focus on is how do you create a sense of inner joy and inner peace despite what's going around you. So staying single and isolating yourself from relationships that are beautiful and like foundational to the human experience, that doesn't increase your peace. That actually just makes you more depressed, because humans are wired to connect. And frankly, we shouldn't be outsourcing our peace onto anything or anyone else. Like, you need to learn how to create that for yourself and create your own sense of joy and internal feelings of joy. So it's comments like these that are deeply troubling to see and are really not helping anyone.
I hung up the plane at LAX with a dream McCarty.
Okay, I have a question. So women that make these types of posts and agree with them have never found a man useful. Tell me, how much of your life do you do completely on your own with no help at all from any man ever? Did you build your own house? Manufacture your own car? In fact, did you develop the majority of the technology that's currently used in the world today to actually make it the place that it is? Furthermore, who exactly protects your livelihood the way that it is so that you can have the freedom to actually express opinions like this? And when are the rest of you that think like this moving to a place all on your own so that can it be just women supporting women that feel this way about men? And let me know how that little adventure goes, because thus far from what I've seen, women usually need men at the end of the day, even if they don't like admitting it.
This is one of the sneakiest ways nice guys attraction, and it's by being too available. Here's what I mean. She texts you, you instantly reply every time. She calls you, you drop what you're doing and answer every time. She wants to meet up, you cancel plans to make it happen every time. You think this shows you care, but in reality, it shows that your life revolves around her. Problem is, when you're always available, you become predictable. Predictability isn't exciting, it's boring. Scarcity creates value, and if she knows she can get your time and attention at any second, there's no urgency for her to seek it. So instead, what you want to do is have a life outside of her. Keep your hobbies, your goals, your friends, your commitments, right? Make sure you have times when you can't talk because you're busy living your own life. Not as manipulation, but because it's genuinely true. When she sees that you're not just sitting around waiting for her to text, she'll value your time more. She'll also realize that being with you means fitting to a life that's already full and interesting, which is far more attractive than a life that's empty without her. Ask yourself, if she stopped calling tomorrow, would your life suddenly feel meaningless? If the answer is yes, that's your sign that you've made her your entire world. And no matter how much she likes you, no woman wants that kind of pressure. Reason 6, you never show romantic intent.
So I left her and got married to a girl who just did 7 years in prison. I only been knowing her for 4 months. So boom, I had to leave this girl because she was working too much and she wasn't making enough time for me. Yes, she make good money, and if she didn't, I would call her a broke bitch. But I need time. Because the great philosopher Scarface Mark once told me, if a thou wow doesn't make thy happy, then rocks shall be kicketh. She had the nerve to get mad at me and say I was confusing. Said I wanted her to make money, but how she supposed to make money if she's spending time with me at the house? I said, that's for you to figure out. And until you do that, I'm gone. Because you know I'm in my soft guy era. So I left her, and now I'm married to a girl who just did 7 years in prison. I only been knowing her for 4 months, so I keep y'all updated on how I go. But shout out Goody and Mark for the whole soft guy era movement. I heard it made Fox News. I wouldn't know because I don't watch that. But it made Fox News. People so upset about a little soft guy era movement. It made the news. Congratulations to you guys, and go on about y'all business.
Remember in college when all you had to do was get blackout drunk on any given night, the night of your choosing, in order to find like a hot, jacked guy? Now when I see a guy who's jacked, I'm like, that's so nostalgic. I used to have my absolute pick of the litter with you, and now at 33 years old, I'm traipsing around the city in high heels trying to find a bar that will let me in, and then also trying to find a guy who's like hot and jacked, and like I have to care about like personality in your job now. Like, are you ambitious? Because like I have to actually want to spend time with you. Whereas in college, like all you had to care about was, are you hot? Like, I miss those days.
Nope, I don't remember that, but I do think that this serves as a really important message, because all too many times I think that women believe that what they're experiencing in their 20s is exactly what they're going to experience through their 30s and even 40s. Ladies, that is not reality, because there's always continuous 20-year-olds that are going to replace you. If you want something more than walking the streets in your 30s alone looking for who knows what, or living at home by yourself in your 50s with a bunch of cats, you might want to consider doing a little bit more than just seeking that validation every weekend of your 20s.
Hey everyone, welcome to How to Rage Bait a Man 101, because I enjoy it and you should too. Okay, so first one is, how tall do you wish you were? Self-explanatory, easy, you can really say it to a guy of any height. Second is, do you cut your own hair? / I like your pixie cut. I feel like those ones are good, especially for Edgars. This one you can only use on a gym bro, but ask him, did you stop working out? Or have you gone to the gym recently? Or when was the last time you went to the gym? Another super easy one is just calling their boxers. That really gets them for some reason. If you were athletic, what sport would you play? Classic. Whatever makes you feel big and strong. That's used for when they're telling you how to do something, and then you do it their way and be like, whatever makes you feel big and strong. You look like you count on your fingers. You look like you read with your finger. You're so emotional. You look like you were homeschooled. You look like you enjoyed hopscotch as a kid. Whenever they're saying something like super cool about themselves, they're like, oh my gosh, like bragging about something, say you and every other man. When they're talking about sports or like something that they're really into, say, let me fact check you real quick, and then Google it on your phone.
Hey everybody, let's see if I can rage bait her. Is that on your face or just really bad acne? How long does it take and how much makeup do you have to use to go from looking like this to this? Are you this much of a in real life, or is it just an on-camera persona? Do guys say that you're smart and intelligent and enjoy your company, or do they just like sleeping with you? Well, there's about 4 and 30 seconds. I think that's probably a pretty good job.
Fellas, what y'all doing? It is working. So I am in Chipotle today, overhearing a girl's conversation where she is whining on the phone, talking about she is 38 years old, never been married, got 2 kids, and the guy she's dating right now is not interested in marrying her. The first time in a long time, women are starting to realize getting married and starting a family is not guaranteed anymore. Y'all are choosing yourselves and peace, and women are feeling it. Women are starting to worry if they will ever get married, and if they don't already have kids, if they will have children. There's a reason, because y'all are tired. Tired of modern dating, tired of emotional games, tired of feeling unappreciated, and tired of relationships that are one-sided. Instead of rushing into relationships, y'all are slowing down and observing how these women are first. Pretty privilege is over. Y'all are no longer dating based on how a woman looks and how you're attracted to her. Now y'all are asking yourselves, can she bring me peace? Can she support my dream? Can I trust her long term, and does she actually value me? Because you all are realizing one of the biggest decisions you can ever make is a relationship, and then it going to the highest level of marriage. And when y'all choose wrong, it destroys everything financially, mentally, emotionally. For years, women have believed that men need women more than women need men. But now men are getting so comfortable with being alone and focused on their work, their purpose, and peace. And finally, women are realizing that men have always controlled marriage and building a family. And now you all are becoming more selective.
How old are you?
26.
22. How long you been together?
2 years.
If she gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody, would you take it?
No, sir. You might get one pass, but at the end of the day, you want one wife. And this is the wife I want. So no.
Okay. Now what about you if he gave you one?
If he gave me a guilt-free pass, I would take it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
Who would you take it with?
Lindy Waters III?
Don't even know who that is. That's our problem. Yup.
Who else?
Barry Sanders. I'm in love with him.
Now, what do you think those men have over your men?
They're professional athletes.
That's crazy. Hey.
Black or white?
One is Native American and one's black.
But do you think that any of those guys would go for you?
Junior would.
That's crazy. Hey, at the end of the day, it's whatever. Whatever. At the end of the day, I don't care.
You know, modern women say a whole bunch of stupid stuff. Oh, I've never found a man useful. Why do we keep on having to go over this? Why do we have to keep on talking about this? Why? This is the thing that men are having issues with. This is the thing that men are having trouble figuring out. You never find a man useful. Y'all sitting up here rolling around. Let me ask you a question. If y'all haven't found a man useful, then why y'all be waking up every weekend with a man in your bed? Why y'all continue waking up with these men in your bed that you don't find useful? Found them useful for something. You wanted a little something from them. You wanted a cuddle. You wanted to do a little something to you. I guess you found a little use for them. You don't have no use for men, and y'all be racking up 20, 30 bodies easy by the time you hit 30, and you don't have any use for men. You can't find a man useful in any way, but you're still using them?
Gringos will go to Rio de Janeiro to try to date or marry a Brasileira, which is like looking for a future wife in Las Vegas. Instead, go to Guyana. It's very religious, conservative, has strong family values with one of the highest marriage rates in all of Brazil. It's also known by Brazilians as one of the cities with the hottest women, primarily white or mixed. Manaus has similar values, but with an indigenous look. Belém for a mixed Brasileira of Porto. Porto Alegre if you want a white Brasileira from these areas in Europe. And Curitiba if you want a conservative white Brasileira from this area in Europe. Outside of Brazil, in Argentina, I'll go to San Miguel de Tucumán for a mixed Argentina. And Mendoza for a conservative white.
I have one question for you. Why do you know all of this? Actually, no, I have another question. How do you know all of this? Do you have a master's degree in passport, bros? I mean, what is this?
One of the most powerful things you can do if you're manifesting your husband is after you go on a date with a guy that gave you dusty energy or did something you didn't like, just say to yourself, my husband would never do this to me, ever. My husband would never ask me on a date and have me pay 50-50. Gross. Because what you're doing when you say that to yourself is you're affirming to yourself and your body that the guy you're looking for is out there. You are going to marry the guy. You just haven't found him yet. Guys, I need you to stop with the desperation energy. There's billions of men out in the world. This one dusty central guy that you went on a date with is not your husband. Say it to yourself. My husband would never do this. Get a little delusional and arrogant about it, like you've already married your man. My husband would never talk to me like that. My husband would never not respond to me for weeks at a time. Are you kidding me? My husband would never. And then you don't text that dusty, nasty non-provider back ever again. You're done with him. You're waiting on your husband, period.
I married the nice guy. The guy who made me laugh. I married the guy who was stable, who didn't yell. I married the guy who wasn't afraid to get down on the floor and play with kids. I married the guy who laughed really loudly, who didn't seem to care if anybody was watching. I married the guy who was soft with me, who listened to me on the phone for hours.
Spoiler alert, guys, they are separated, heading towards divorce, which is so disappointing and exactly why so many will say that a man will sacrifice his happiness for his family and a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness. And it is exactly when loyalty and commitment is not valued over individual happiness. In these situations, 100% of the time, the grass is not greener, and the woman ends up regretting the divorce. But what's unfair and unfortunate for men oftentimes that are committed, that are loyal, they have to go through this sort of loss, and that kind of stinks.
Because I can't be a gentleman no more. It's gotten that bad
It's not
out here.
respected.
It's not respected.
The nicer you are, the
So
pussier
true.
you are.
Yep. I agree.
That's the nicer. I just told my
I
man.
swear
I
to
said,
you.
I can't even be nice to
Can't
no
be
more.
nice, yo.
You cannot.
Ain't that
if you
some
nice,
shit?
you soft, What's up with this nigga? If you don't got no, did you see the girl who went through the phone and he had no checking for him and she was like, I'm the only that like you?
Yep.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She said, oh, I can't with you.
No
I'm the
girls
only
like you?
No girls like you but me.
You gotta be kidding
Yes,
me, dog.
bro.
Oh,
I'm dead
man.
ass, bro.
I'm
No
going to
bitches
sleep.
like you, bro.
I'm gonna go lay down. I can't take this shit, yo.
It's just like
A great liver can take.
We have 20 times as many options as women in the same category. What happens is a woman is dating a guy who she thinks is really good looking, smart, or whatever, and she doesn't realize how many other women are trying to get with that same guy. Answer for your friends. Just think of your 5 closest friends. Age. What is the age range do you think your friends would be attracted to?
35, 45.
I have to ask this. We're excluding married men. They can't pick for married men.
No, it's not good.
We don't care what race, or is there a particular race?
No.
We don't care what race.
No.
So we're going to pick any race. What is too short for the guy?
Minimum 5'10".
We're excluding obese men, correct?
Like, let's be honest, guy. Who wants to date a fat man?
Okay, but he's got to be 5'10", right?
Yeah.
And he's between the age of 35 and 45, and he's not obese, right? Ready? Here's another one. Be honest, not you, your friends. Minimum income. See, look at the look on her face.
100K.
100K.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're talking about a man who is 35 to 45. He's not married. Okay, so we're excluding all married men. We're excluding, we're excluding anyone under 5'10". We're excluding obese men, and we're excluding men that make under $100,000 a year. Now, so my question for you is, what percentage of men in the United States do you think that is?
40%?
40% of men?
Yeah.
It's less than 1% of men. Now, here's the thing. All these ladies that you just spoke about, they have to choose from less than 1% of men.
A woman does any of these things, she does not like you. Number one, a slow fade. You guys go out, you think you had the best time, she says she had the best time, then conversation changes. There's less banter, there's less back and forth. She's now starting to make excuses. She's busy. She ain't busy. She does not like you as a relationship type person, but she could see you as a friend, and she might put that in a text message in the next week or so. If she starts calling you bro, dude, talking about a lot of personal stuff that you probably wouldn't talk to someone about on a date, she's already friend zoned you. You're friend zoned. Because she doesn't want to get into the nitty-gritties and the dirty details of her life. She wants you to like her ultimately. And if she doesn't see you as a person that she's actually going to be with, she'll just open up and become friends with you. Number 3, and this one's a bit tricky, but it is truthful. If she's not really laughing at your jokes or being flirtatious, probably friends at this point. Because a woman that likes you and wants to be with you is going to be flirty, fun, open. Maybe not on the first date, but the second or the third. If she's reserved, closed off, body language is pretty tough, she's probably not feeling it. But she will be your friend.
So a girl, they know when a guy is cheating, right?
I feel like women can suspect.
So why can't you guys know when something's wrong with them? If you make a guy feel like he's not worthy, they mentally check out. They emotionally check out. If he comes to you, tells you about his problems, tells you and tries to confide in you something that's just really going on with him, and you decide to turn your back or not even acknowledge it or hear it but then have no action behind it, you're causing this man to check out emotionally. An emotional checked out man is dangerous. He gives no fucks about anything. Like, yeah, you're my person, but you already showed me that you're not going to be there for me. I'm going to, instead of telling you what's wrong when you ask, oh, what's wrong? Why are you like this? Nothing. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, well, you're always like that. Nah, it's because the last time I told you, you ignored me. That's when we check out. That's what happens.
Do you think guys should care about a woman's body count?
A body count? No, because body count is always 12. It restarts every time you hit 12. And then when a guy asks you how many people you've been with, you say 12, and then you say, do you want to be the lucky number 13?
So how many guys have you been with?
12. Do you want to be lucky number 13?
I think I'm good.
Okay, exactly.
How do you approach a guy that you're interested in?
Usually I just make eye contact, and then if they make eye contact back, then that's when you know that you can actually approach them.
So you give them a look, right?
Yeah.
So give the camera the look.
Okay, hold on. Can I hold this? I'm not gonna go away with it. I'm literally sitting right here.
You can hold something else.
So usually it's like you glance over and then you look back down and then you look away and then you look back over. And then when they look at you, you kind of like smile.
This might be a tough pill to swallow, but body count does not matter. Let's talk about it. Body count is one of the laziest ways to measure somebody. It ignores the things that actually matter. Self-worth, standards, and how they show up in relationships. People treat body count like it's a shortcut for judging character, as if it can tell you who's loyal, who has standards, and who's worth committing to. But a number cannot tell you any of that. The assumption is that higher body count is equal to less value, less discipline, and less respect. But those numbers don't tell you why somebody made those decisions. It doesn't tell you what they learned or who they are now. It doesn't tell you if they've grown, healed, or changed their patterns. And it definitely does not tell you how they're going to treat you. I used to be the type of person that judged people hard on their body count. I would call women. I would look at men and think they had no self-control. I genuinely believed that people's body count was linked to their capacity to be a good partner. But that mindset was very shallow. It said more about me than it did about them. I wasn't actually evaluating character. I was reacting to a number. What actually matters is who they are now. Do they have standards? Do they respect themselves? Can they show up with honesty, consistency, and emotional maturity? Someone can have a low body count and still be very toxic. Someone with a high body count could have done the work, learned, and evolved. It's not about what they've done before. It's about how they love, communicate, and show up today.
You know, these modern women, as you listen to some of these women and men, really the only thing that these modern women need is a pep talk. That's it. I just need a pep talk to slide me back on into my delusion. I just need a pep talk to slide me right back on into my stupidity. Slide me right back on into my fantasy. That's all I need. Just give me 30 seconds to a minute. 30 seconds to a minute to get me back out in the game. That's just a stinger. I'm going right back into the game, coach. I'm going to continue to be delusional. Never mind the next play. I'm going to get my block knocked off. And I'm going to be right back out the game. Because I never should have been in the game in the first place. These modern women never should have been in this dating game. You don't belong out here. You're living in a delusional, a fantasy world. Living in fantasy. You don't belong out here. You're not ready to be out here. You don't take dating serious enough. Well, I'm dating with intention. Dating with an intention to find a man with a lot of money. That's the intention y'all dating with. Go sit down somewhere.
Whether she's conscious of it or not, she's expecting to be compensated for the opportunity cost of not spending her time and giving a relationship to men that she might prefer. So the guys that women...
That's why the nice guys are forced to jump through all the hoops, and for the bad boys, she gives everything away for free, for nothing. It's a brutal part of the game that a lot of men tend to see this as they're growing up with classmates, you know, the girl in your class that you really like, and how she's so fond of this one guy who you know is no good for her, but she constantly gives him attention, she constantly allows him to mess up, she takes him back every time he does something wrong, and you're the bozo that has to sit there and hear all about it because you're just friends. And then as the time passes on, and then she finally realizes her mistakes, dude, she's gonna make a move on you because you're the safe bozo walking wallet that is gonna take her in, feeling lucky that she finally saw the value in you, but only after you jump through a million hoops and have a million roadblocks in front of you of things she will no longer do for you that she did for all those men. You gotta work 10 times as hard to get the little bitty attention that those men work 10 times less to get. She's going to be closed off psychologically. She won't do the bedroom acrobatics. She won't do all the natural feminine things she was doing for the men she was naturally attracted to. Your entire relationship is a negotiation, and she expects, like he said, that she be compensated every single day for the fact that she settled for you. And that is why they say nice guys finish last. In reality, they never get to finish at all. It's a hellish existence to be with a woman that thinks she's better and can do better than you and be treated as a second-class citizen in your own relationship. And a lot of men are dealing with that or have dealt with it, and they're watching these videos. They can tell you.
Not understanding the disconnect, right? So if I can clearly choose friends to align myself with that are good people, why are the ones that I'm trying to date bad people? What am I missing here that's not clicking? You know.
So if all of your male friends are good people, yet all the ones you choose to date end up being terrible, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, you're choosing bad men on purpose because you like that. There's something in you that you just like a little chaos, a little avoidant, a little psychopath crash out, as you described in your video. It's very unfortunate that you think that this is what you deserve and that this is what you are romantically attracted to. But you're probably gonna have to change what you're attracted to if you want a happy, healthy relationship. Now, if you want your life to end up like a Tubi movie, then keep going down the pipeline that you're going. But I think some of the girls want a happily ever after. They just want it with the bad boy that like changed for them. And that is a scenario that really only happens in movies. Y'all gotta let that go. You're either gonna pick a good guy or you're gonna pick a not good guy. There is no not good guy that turns into a good guy because your is wonderful. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
I love when guys think it's a flex to be like, I don't chase women. Okay, bye. Go find your husband then.
Okay, bye. Hey, I'm over here. Please don't go. Oh no, where are all the good men at? I love women genuinely, but what they say and what they actually mean are two completely different things. What you actually want him to be chasing is his goals, his dreams, his passions, and his desires, because that is his way of chasing the things that you truly want in the long term, which is long-term stability and a secure family.
What's with people thinking they can get away with it and they're filmed? People really gotta stop filming themselves doing crimes. Hey guys, it's your boy Black Spider Guy Advice. We have a lady here who works for JP Morgan and Chase. Imagine having a great job. You're like a director of some DEI thing. Go outside and you're like, I gotta get this Knicks memorabilia. I'm gonna steal from the city. I'm gonna empty trash on the street. Who gives a fuck? And I'm gonna do this knowing someone's filming me, and I'm going to even pose when I see the camera on the subway and on the street. Gotta love it. Man, let's go Knicks. People really gotta stop filming themselves doing crimes. Or better yet, don't do crimes at all. Stop stealing from the city. City's already dirty as shit. Let's not drop trash on the floor. Guys, what do you think? Put this in the comment section below. You think this was a good idea to get some Knick memorabilia? I don't. But you know, what the f do I know?
Most men have never been and would never be. Most women cannot tolerate anyone telling them what to do, yet expect a man to fix all their problems whenever they need. Most women want the same rights that men have, but refuse to take the same responsibility as men. Ladies, if you want a good relationship with men, stop blaming them for everything. The men that you're living with in this world today, first of all, had nothing to do with men 50, 100, 200 years ago. Second of all, just want to find a woman who they can love and build a life with. But apparently a lot of y'all don't want that. Then you complain how there's no good men left. Maybe men aren't the problem. Have you thought about that?
Men. Why is it that the nicest guys are always in the friend zone? Like, I heard that women tend to put like the sweetest men ever straight into the friend zone, and like it makes zero sense to me. Why wouldn't you want a partner who treats you really, really well? You know, I'm hoping that my future husband will be, you know, like that, so that I can, you know, reciprocate the love and the care and the effort, so that we can hopefully live happily ever after. Like, why wouldn't you want that? Let me know if you've ever been in the friend zone and why you think women tend to do this weird behavior.
I see a lot of females say they want a man to treat them with softness, you know, put them in a soft girl era. But with softness comes innocence. And you have no innocence. Y'all lost your innocence years ago. By the ages of 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, you are finished. Innocence is gone. So we're not treating you guys with softness and putting you in your soft girl era. Y'all are animals. Y'all act like monkeys. And we treat you as such. Like a wild animal. You know, what's innocent about a woman in her mid-20s, early 30s? 4 kids, 3 baby fathers. Not married, still out looking. In the club every weekend. Liquor being poured in her mouth. Dripping down her chin. Shit until it stinks. What's innocent and soft about that? Who looks at that and say, yes, I want to treat that softly and innocently? Who looks at a woman that begs a man for money, sells herself for some cash, innocently and softly? there's no innocence left. So we won't be treating you guys softly.
56% of liberal women aged 18 to 29 have literally been diagnosed with a mental health disorder. You know what that means? It means 44% of them haven't been diagnosed with a mental health disorder by a professional. That doesn't mean they don't have one. It just means that they haven't been diagnosed yet. That's all. Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. Only 56%. Yeah, that's how it is, guys. And obviously, that's only the number officially diagnosed. The real number is obviously higher.
So I'm from Colombia. If you're a Colombian girl, you have 3-4 American guys approaching you, offering you money and pulling out their passport, like literally, and then telling you, I'm American, like I'm actually looking for a girl, like I will bring you here, but it's just odd. Like, why you wanna get with a girl that doesn't speak your language and that makes up to $200 a month? You know, it's just odd. Like, I don't wanna point fingers, but it's like, why are you looking for that when you can get a girl? Why can you not get in America? You know, why you cannot get a girl?
Is this black guys or white guys?
I saw a lot of black guys, you know, it's odd. Like the desperation that they exude is just weird.
Y'all boycott every group of people except the actual group that y'all should be boycotting. The obvious answer here is to boycott degeneracy, the trashy music. That is the obvious answer. And instead of you guys looking at that and understanding that that is the answer, you guys want to blame the Asians on something that have nothing to do with the Asian community, and it has everything to do with our degenerate culture. And yes, I say you guys because last time I checked, y'all took my black card. Y'all excommunicated me from the community. So yeah, I'm going to refer to you as you guys. And the sad part about it is what happened with Cyrus is other people doing something about y'all issues. That is what you are seeing. I told y'all, as long as y'all continue to do nothing about your issues, other people, other races of people are going to take matters in their own hands, and your kids are going to be laid out in the streets. I said this. I'm going to say this one more time. You got to do something about your own issues. You have to address the criminality, the stealing. If we don't address these issues, even the obesity, if we don't address these issues, nothing is going to get better. It's actually going to be quite the contrary.
How the do men feel like chasing a woman is the right way to go? Do you know what chasing is? Like, what chasing is?
No, tell me.
Chasing is you running up behind someone who is running the away.
Why are you running? Right.
So why the do you think it is okay for you to chase women when we're actually like good on you? That's very much so weird behavior. Stop chasing me. Oh, the men, they just love to chase. They just love to chase. You love to harass? Because that's what you're doing. You're in my DMs every day. You calling my phone, you texting me, you pulling up, or whatever the case may be. Oh, it's the chase. It's the thrill. No, it's weird. Stop chasing me.
And there's this woman talking about, I think, passport bros. And essentially what she was saying is, you know, why can't you get an American woman? Why would you come over here and get a woman that doesn't speak your language? Why would you be interested in a girl that speaks or makes like $200 a month? That is not the girl that, well, first of all, that sounds like an insecurity, to be honest, right? I think the only valid point you might have had in there was, well, we don't even speak the same language. How are we going to get on the same page? He could learn your language. You never know. That man might like going to Colombia or the DR, wherever he is at. He might get down there and like it and say, hey, man, she's pretty. So, this is what I don't understand. Modern women be wanting men to cross the highest desert, to travel near and far in order to get to know them, to push past a lot of challenges in order to get to know them, and then turn around and criticize the man and say, how come you didn't stay in America and find somebody? And it don't really matter. You could be in Australia. These Australian women, some of these Australian women would be like, oh, well, you know, you're not my type. Get away from me. I'll go find another one. Look for another one. Right? Men are looking for these women men are looking for women, I would say, that have their head on straight. Doesn't necessarily matter about your money. You can make a lot of money and then still give him problems. That's why he's not wanting a lot of these American women, because they're still giving him problems. Oh, well, you're broke, you're this, you're that. right? You know what? At some point in time, I'm just going to go somewhere. Oh man, I really like the culture. Okay, shoot, man, I wouldn't mind moving down here. I like their food. I like the way they do business. Some things I don't like about this, and some things, you know, take a little while to adjust to and you know, get used to. But overall, I like the people here. Have you ever asked them that? No, because in modern society, people are always thinking that a man has an ulterior motive.
Bradley is wrong about why women leave. His whole theory is that men got soft, beta husbands, lazy providers, and if guys would just man up, their wives would stay. His prescription is testosterone, his cure is 1955. Here's where he's missing it. Women file nearly 70% of divorces in this country, and most of the men that I've sat across from were working long hours, coming home to the kids, handling the things she never sees, and still they weren't doing enough. She isn't filing because she's doing 2 jobs. She's filing because she's been told she's doing 2 jobs. From inside the room, the women who file aren't the most tired. They're the most connected. She isn't divorcing you. She's divorcing the marriage she watches on her phone all day. The divorced friend posting beach photos captioned, "The soft life saved me." The TikTok therapist diagnosing her marriage in 60 seconds. The single mom influencer with the spotless kitchen, the calm kids, and a morning routine that never includes a husband. The IG coach selling boundaries courses where her husband is always the boundary. The post-divorce glow-up reel, new haircut, new body, new caption. I finally chose me. Every one of these is selling her the same story. The woman on the other side of the divorce is calmer, freer, hotter, and finally herself. Brad's fix is to go backwards, but you can't. You can't unspoil the algorithm. You can't put 2007 back in the box. She isn't filing because she's exhausted. She's filing because she's been told the next chapter is better. She's been told that by everyone in her phone.
I love Sims. Every time I say this on the internet, people try to convince me that I'm wrong. Like, nothing is uglier to me than a nonchalant man. Nothing is uglier to me than a guy that is not all about me, a guy that doesn't baby me, a guy that doesn't take care of me. I'm one that plays that hot and cold game. I'm also such a simp. Like, it's so disgusting to admit, because once I'm in love with you, I will drown you with affection. So I only want the same in return. Oh, girls always say they want a simp, but then they go for the bad guy. No. Yes, I want a guy to take care of me. Yes, I want a guy to be masculine. Yes, I want him to be confident. When it comes to him loving me, I want him to be vomiting love for me, okay?
Since men don't approach women anymore, I guess I should start going up to men. I live in a city, and literally anytime I'm walking anywhere, anytime I see a cute guy, it's always heads down, headphones in, he won't look it.
That is because dating has become a humiliation ritual for us guys. I did approach a woman like 3 years ago. If you think I'm gonna be doing that again, kiss my I got laughed at so much. When I went home, I just cried. It literally got to the point where I had to switch classes. I've seen so many videos being like, no, we don't want you to approach us, stay the away from us. We don't know who to approach. Nowadays, you are not going to be expecting, oh, you know what? I look pretty today. A guy's definitely gonna approach me. No, that's absolutely not true. Like, woman, you have absolutely no idea how hard it is to approach you guys. It's so horrible. I would literally choose over approaching a woman. This is gonna sound really pathetic, but I would rather have a robot girlfriend than go through the entire process of trying to get a girl's number. I know, it sounds really pathetic, but it is true. I'm not gonna speak for other guys, but I'm not approaching. Like, ever. Honestly, being single does sound a lot better than just getting humiliated.
How are you spending your Saturday night? Killing your test, eating ice cream, or hitting legs, bettering yourself, making yourself better? A lot of you guys spend your time on the weekends sipping for your girls, being a fat, then you wonder why you look like.
Yeah, your mother was drinking heavy when she was pregnant with you. Them eyes, boy, you ain't all there. I feel bad for all the pets that lived in your neighborhood. There was a missing cat poster every week. Motherfucker can't go and get froyo with his old lady on a Saturday night. What you mad for? What you watching for? Ain't that the point of doing the lifting to get the girls? Would you like men or something? That's okay. You like the taste of the devil's upside down cake? Sure, just don't take it out on us. My cousin's great guy. His Starbucks order, and he blinks a lot, but he's fast, and he can fight. Yup, Float like a butterfly? Yep. His dad don't like that. But his dad also smokes crack, so what the does he know? Damn, man, I'm tired of these young whippersnappers telling me what to do. You learned how to ride a bike 10 years ago. You don't even know what Mambo number 5 is. Your drunk mother stopped cutting up food for you in the year 2017. Now go get some help, you crazy. He gonna somebody.
Since I'm being honest, I just think that everything doesn't have to be so transactional. Like, I think I kind of miss the days where, you know, you would go out and you meet a guy and it'll just be authentic and you don't have to, like, get in the pockets off rip. You know, that's just me.
So with the turning of the time, how are you now? How quickly do you get in somebody's pocket?
I got my own pockets, so I don't get in nobody's pockets.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I have a theory,
Talk
right?
about me.
Women that talk like that is because they don't have their own. Like women that's always, yeah, I pay my bills, I want money.
That's definitely facts, because I feel like, you know, the women who usually get that type of stuff, they don't have to like scream about it. And they want it, so they're gonna talk about it. And I guess if you talk about it enough, it'll happen. Manifestation.
Bruh, girls just don't like spending their own money. They could have $50,000 sitting in their bank account and still ask you for McDonald's.
Well, that's true.
They made everything transactional. Now that you don't have a transaction, everybody mad.
I mean, I think y'all have the transactions, but for some reason, I feel like men is being very stingy with the money now, or more aware, financially aware.
There we go.
I like the second one.
Why is it so many hoes now? Like literal hoes. Like so many girls got OnlyFans or just selling across Instagram. Like when did we become so comfortable with these? When did we become so comfortable with modernizing that we start allowing them to call themselves content creators? When did this all become okay? Like, and then these hoes don't even think that they hoes. They don't even think that they, to the point that they looking down on like they're any different, you feel me? When the actual might quite literally be better, because at least they are honest and they are aware about what they're doing. Like, it's so bad now. You look at a hoe now, like, is that why you said she'll look at you like, shit, you don't. Like,
society has tricked us women so bad into thinking that posting your body online is confidence, and that you sleeping around with whoever you feel like it is you owning your sexuality. But really all you doing is adding more demons, more spirits to your body. A lot of y'all think that this whole culture makes you powerful. It don't make you powerful, it makes you disposable. You think these men gonna respect you acting like that? No. They laughing at you, they talking about you. Protect your spirit, protect your body, and stop letting the world sell you counterfeit empowerment.
Stop begging for that to understand you, brother. Stop sending long messages. Stop trying to get her to see your point of view. Stop trying to have the same conversation with her. Stop putting yourself in a situation to where you over explaining yourself to a who doesn't give a about what it is that you're saying. Instead, relinquish control, take back your self-respect, get silent, and walk the away. One of our biggest problems as men is believing that we can fix everything and we can fix everybody. And I'm here to tell you that, brother, you can't fix that woman that you arguing back and forth with. That woman that you going back and forth with and having the same conversation and trying to get her to stop talking to that mother. Stop disrespecting you. Stop cheating. Stop treating you like a piece of shit. She knows what she's doing, brother, and she don't give a fuck because you don't give a fuck about yourself. Relinquish control, brother. You can't control what she does. You can't control what she wants to do. She gonna do whatever the hell she wants to do. But just because she's gonna do what she's gonna do, it doesn't mean that you have to allow it. And this is me speaking as a man who has sent long messages over and over and over and over and over, trying to get a woman to see my side of things, trying to get her to see where I'm coming from. And I'm thinking in my mind that maybe she just don't understand. Maybe I'm not explaining it good enough. Maybe I'm not communicating properly. Maybe I'm not enough. I went through some of the same cycles and some of the same that you're going through right now, which is why I'm able to tell you that, brother, it ain't that you can do. The greatest lesson that you can give to this woman is literally looking her in the eyes, wishing her goodbye, being a gentleman, and walking the away with your life, brother, because I'm telling you, the more that you try to get her on your side, the more that you try to get her to see your point of view, the more that you try to get her to be something that she doesn't want to be, the more that she's going to resent you and she's going to do you in. Let that go, relinquish control, and start back respecting yourself.
And, there was a guy who made a really good point saying your soft girl era has expired. A lot of these modern women are doing some weird stuff. I know you probably don't think that you are, but you're doing some weird stuff. Some really weird stuff. And men are catching you on it. And men don't even have to hunt for it. You're doing it. You're the one out there posting this and posting that and doing this and doing that. And a man can see it freely, and you're like, man, why is he not taking me seriously? How come he's not asking me out or doing all, because he didn't already seen you act a fool. There's nothing about you that is hidden. Men keep on trying to tell you, I don't want that type of behavior. I'm not paying for that type of behavior. I'm not investing in that type of behavior. If you have a whole archive of stuff, of you just acting a plumb fool, not a weekend here and not a weekend there, most of your time is you acting a fool and thinking that you so high above the earth, you so high above everybody else. Do you really think that a man is going to want to be involved in that?